Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, please make sure to hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, and smash that notification. Yo, Vivek has been on a tear lately. He's been doing so many media coverages. He's been doing so many podcasts. He's just been all over lately. Unfortunately, most of it's all over the lamestream liberal news, so they like to paint a different picture and tell a lie from what's really going on. But just this morning, I guess, he asked Jake Paul, none other than Jake Paul the boxer, to campaign with him. It's pretty cool, but we all know that Trump's going to be the number one guy for the Republican Party, even though he didn't do any of the debates or anything. He is leading the polls astronomically above everybody. I'd love to see Vivek run with Trump, maybe not as vice president, because I've always said I'd like to see Tucker as vice president. But I definitely would like to see Vivek in his campaign, or in his cabinet, I'm sorry. And, hey, whoever he brings with him, as long as it's good for the country, it's good for the country. Let's get into it, though.
Religion, or one monarch. We're founded on a set of ideals, but we can only be a nation that's united in those ideals if we can communicate them to one another. And so that notion of the melting pot, e pluribus unum, that only works if you can actually break down barriers where people are able to communicate with one another effectively and build that kind of trust and cohesion that I think we're missing today. So I think national unity is a big part of the argument for us.
You know, that's so true. It's like we are a complete melting pot. There are so many different colors in this country, so many different religions, so many different everything, so many different ethnicities. It's just, we are complete melting pot. And what's wrong with us is nobody knows how to communicate anymore. It's like you either think like me or don't talk to me. And it's kind of sad the way we've gone, because I have a lot of friends, you know, that like don't think like me. We're still friends. It's not that big of a deal. We might have conversations here and there about things, but it's really not that big of a deal at the end of the day, because we all have our own minds. We could all think how we want. We could all vote how we want. We could all do what we want. But we also do have to be accountable for our actions. So, for example, if you're a liberal and you voted for Joe Biden, you can't complain about the gas. You can't complain about about inflation. You can't complain about the housing prices. You can't complain about any of it, because you literally voted for it. You know, so you get what you get in life.
Vivek, 1 month out from the Iowa caucus, you said that we should expect a surprise.
Yes.
Does that victory on the Iowa caucus, is that what we should expect? And if not, is that maybe your decision to end the campaign?
Oh, I mean, I don't think anybody has said that they're going to end the campaign if they don't win the Iowa caucus, and any other candidate in this race as well. I'll tell you where I'm at right now. I think we're going to deliver a major surprise, shatter the expectations set for us by the polls and by the media as well, if I may say so. I think we're going to completely shatter the expectations, and I'm going to looking forward to the conversations that we have on January 16th. Now, my gut instinct is that not only are we going to place in the top three, not only are we going to be well...
I could see Vivek honestly being the number one besides Trump. Because Ron DeSantis, he kind of drug himself down. Nikki Haley is a complete warmonger. Chris Christie is just a lunatic. There's no other options. Vivek in the primaries, I haven't watched, in the debates, I haven't really watched many of them, but I've seen highlights. He seems to be the only one that actually speaks for the American people.
...the double digits. I think we're going to win the Iowa caucus.
That's what victory looks like to you?
Well, victory means winning. I mean, that's what it means in this election. So, yes, victory always means winning to me. I'm not a second-place guy. I don't think I need to win the Iowa caucus to win the election. I think coming out in the top three puts us plenty on the trajectory we need to be to win this race. But I believe that we actually are going to win the Iowa caucus. That's what I believe is going to happen.
Mr. Ramaswamy, if Donald Trump loses in Iowa or New Hampshire, do you think that he would accept the election results?
Here's my thing. Why do these liberal maniacs come back and ask other people about Donald Trump? What do they care? Vivek isn't a commentator. He's literally running for president. Why are you asking him? Like, it's crazy to me.
I'm not a political commentator. I'm
Right.
a horse race analyst. I'm a candidate for U.S. president running with a vision to lead this country. And so I'm focused on winning this election. and leading this nation with that vision. And I don't have deep views that I spend up late in bed at night thinking about what the reactions of every other candidate is going to be to my success.
Right, that's none of his concern, even though we all know that Trump's going to win the candidacy, but that's not his concern. He's not there to worry about Trump. He's there to worry about his campaign and what makes his campaign drive.
Are you worried that he wouldn't accept the results then?
I am thrilled about what we're seeing on the ground, and I expect to be the winner of the Iowa caucus, and I think that's going to carry us forward in the rest of this race. The thing I'm worried about is the future of this country. I'm not worried about the horse race politics between this candidate or that candidate on the debate stage and what one says about the other. It's irrelevant. I mean, that's all, it's trash in terms of our focus on that compared to our actual concern about the fact that we're not working with that much time as a country. In the next 5 years, the interest payments on our national debt are going to become the largest line item in our federal budget. Then we're in quicksand as a country, and then we're done. So what does keep me up at night is the fact that I don't think we have a lot of time for the continued existence of the United States of America to remain the country that we grew up in. That's what worries me. I'm running for president to fix that. I believe we will, and I think based on what I see on the ground here in Iowa, I think I'm going to win the Iowa caucus. And
I don't think so. I think Trump's winning in every state. That's just me, though. But what he's saying is true. If you're running for president of the United States, you need to worry about the future, the present of our country. And that's it. Because our country is going in a steeping slope at a decline like this, like a roller coaster. It's crazy. So everything he's saying is true. I don't understand why they went to him about Trump. It doesn't make any sense to me.
they're going to be the next president.
And then really quickly, just wanted to clarify, was it Logan Paul or Jake Paul yesterday?
The conversation I just described here was Logan Paul. Jake Paul was fighting.
Got it.
Yeah. And,
Invite Jake Paul to campaign with you here in Iowa?
we'll see. I want to let him recover from his fight and see how he's doing. And he looked like it didn't. I don't know if you guys saw that. It didn't take very much out of him. It looked like yesterday. I'm actually pretty happy. I'm not a boxing expert, but I predicted a round one knockout, and that's exactly what happened. And so, maybe I'm not a political horse race analyst, but maybe I'm better at maybe I'm good at predicting some boxing results. But I think that he is somebody who actually. I'm pretty sure I remember this months ago, heard about his interest in my candidacy, and the more I learned about it, the more I see a guy who's an independent thinker, somebody who actually deeply cares about this country. I had dinner with him and his mom a number of months ago, and his mom is a true patriot who cares about this country.
That's pretty cool. And his family's from here in Ohio. They're from Westlake. I don't know about Jake Paul. I know Logan Paul. He's kind of a liberal, it seems like. I seen an interview he did with what's her name? Is it Caitlin Bennett from Caitlin Bennett, I believe her name was. And when a woman can make you look like more of a woman than she is, there's a problem. Their whole gun control thing, it was just terrible. Him and whoever his sidekick is. I didn't understand it, but then they went out and they shot, automatic rifles and stuff. It's just really weird and cringe, and then, Logan Paul did a whole thing about the whole racism thing that I was like, dude, this dude's just a liberal crybaby, but I don't know about Jake Paul. Jake Paul might be a different story, seemingly.
Well, proud of her kids and wants the same country for her kids that I want for mine. And I see somebody who is passionate about our country and wants to reach the next generation. So I think he would be, I'd love to have him here in Iowa. And so let him recover from his fight. And then I think, you know what? We might just invite him to come out.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
What do you think to make English the national or the official language of the U.S.?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I would require constitutional amendment and what else that means. But I think that English is the sole language that appears on a ballot. I favor it. And I do favor making.
You know what I noticed too? I will say this. Also, please, everybody, if you haven't yet, please make sure to hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, and smash the notification. One thing I noticed about celebrities, right, and I've been noticing this a lot lately, when they endorse Democrats or they endorse liberals or they endorse the liberal ideology, they regret it. Look at Cardi B. Look at The Rock. Look at, I believe there's a couple other ones that instantly regretted it, right? That they endorse these people. But most of the time, when people endorse people like Trump or they were to endorse people like Vivek Ramaswamy, it doesn't matter. They're still going to stick to it because they know it's what's right for this country.
English, the national language of the United States. Procedurally, what's required to accomplish that? That's a high hurdle with the constitutional amendment. But do I favor it? Yes, I do, because I think that unites us and revives that e pluribus unum vision of the melting pot that brings us together as Americans.
Mr. Councilman, you definitely staying in this campaign though through Iowa
That's true, though. That's true.
and New Hampshire, regardless of how
Oh,
you do.
I mean, through Iowa and Hampshire, we're staying in this all the way through November 2024, through January 2025 when I take the oath of office. I'm not going anywhere.
He's got some confidence.
I'm not going anywhere through January 2033. We're going to lead this nation to a national revival. That's what I'm in this to do, and so we're just getting warmed up. Yeah, this is, we're not doing 10 events a day to do anything other than achieve the purpose that we.
I just wish you would realize that Trump is going to be the man to run. It would be beautiful if they would realize it, and I get it. You got to campaign, you got to do your thing, you got to get your voice known, you got to get your voice heard. I mean, you got to be known out there. But yeah, he hopefully he realizes it and he just decides to run with Trump.
Set out to achieve, so you can count on that.
Any confidence in the Iowa caucus as well?
Yeah, that was a pretty cool video. I like the way Vivek handles himself with the media. He doesn't try and go too overboard, but he doesn't let them just talk about him and spit out fake stuff like most of the other candidates do. He seems to stand his ground. I like it a lot. But yo, let me know what you guys think of the video. Also, one more time, please make sure to hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, and smash that notification. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.